The Champions League starts again on Tuesday, and of course the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern and Juventus are the favourites, but there are a lot of other quality sides in the competition, so let's look at 5 underdogs who could win the Champions League. Starting off in France and with Monaco, who surprised everyone last season, reaching the semi-finals. This summer they have lost a lot of important players, in Bernardo Silva, Kylian Mbappe, Benjamin Mendy and Tiémoué Bakayoko, but they still have a lot of quality in their squad. Glick and Jemison are a brilliant centre-back partnership. Sidibe is an incredible attacking fullback. Fabinho in defensive midfield was pivotal for the Red and Whites last season, covering the wide areas left by the attacking fullbacks. Lamar is exceptional on the left wing, and one of the world's best set-piece takers. And up front, Falcao is arguably the most underrated striker in world football, having already scored 7 goals in 4 Ligue 1 games this season. Monaco also made a lot of brilliant acquisitions, continuing their smart strategy of bringing in promising youngsters for cheap and developing them into world-class players, like they did with the likes of Bernardo Silva and Mendy. Keita Balde arrives from Lazio for around €30 million and will likely play the Mbappe role, as a left-sided striker drifting into wide areas and using his pace to get in behind the opposition defence. Keita scored 16 goals playing a similar position for Lazio last campaign. Yuri Tielemans came in from Anderlecht for around €25 million and is the perfect box-to-box replacement for Bakayoko. Up front, young striker Adama Diakhaby and well-travelled forward Stefan Jovetic provide excellent competition and backup to Keita and Falcao. Gazal from Lyon will challenge Ronnie Lopez for Silva's former role on the right-hand side, while promising young defender Terence Kongolo is a great signing from Feyenoord. Leonardo Jardim's side have started the season very well, winning their first 4 games, and the Portuguese manager's pragmatic approach and counter-attacking 4-4-2 are perfect for big Champions League nights, and Monaco could once again surprise a lot of people this year, especially with a side who have experience of playing in the latter stages of the Champions League. Alongside Monaco in Group D are Red Bull Leipzig, who make their first appearance in the competition. Leipzig shocked the Bundesliga last season, finishing second behind Bayern after being promoted to the top flight for the first time in their short history. Ralf Hasenhüttl's side set up in a 4-2-2-2 in attack and a 4-4-2 in defence. When they don't have the ball, they press intensely from the front, often creating chances by dispossessing the opposition. In attack, Emil Forsberg is a creative hub of the team, drifting inside from the left and using his technical ability and guile to create chances for his teammates, shown in his 19 Bundesliga assists last term. Other star players are Naby Keita in midfield and Timo Werner in attack, who combined made 41 direct goal contributions, goals and assists in the Bundesliga last season. In the transfer market, Leipzig brought in winger Bruma, Kevin Campbell, and PSG forward Augustin amongst others, keeping an extremely young squad. Leipzig may not have any experience in the Champions League, but their talented squad and pressing system will trouble a lot of top sides, just as Jurgen Klopp's Dortmund did in the 2012-13 season. From a club who are new to the competition to one who reached a final in 2 of the last 4 seasons, Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid. In my opinion, this is the last chance this Atleti squad have at really challenging for the Champions League. Star striker Antoine Griezmann will almost certainly leave at the end of the season, and with Godin, Juanfran and Felipe Luis all over 31 years old, this campaign is likely the last time they will be able to perform at their best. Although it may be their last chance, I also think it is their best. Unlike Monaco and Leipzig's young stars, the likes of Saul, Carrasco, Oblak and Jimenez have a lot of experience in Europe, despite their young age. Previously, Madrid have been incredible in defence but lacking or at least very reliant on Griezmann in attack. However, Yannick Carrasco really stepped up last season and is creating a lot from midfield, alongside Saul and Koke. Their defence is as solid as ever, with Jan Oblak one of the best goalkeepers in the world and Jimenez and Godin a brilliant central defensive partnership, but it is up front which makes him so dangerous. Griezmann is coming into the peak of his career, and Diego Costa will almost certainly come back in January, when their transfer ban is lifted, forming arguably the best strike partnership in world football, especially when playing in a counter-attacking system. Simeone's 4-4-2 is as effective as ever, and with an improved threat on the counter, I can't see Atletico Madrid not reaching at least the semi-finals of the Champions League this campaign. Moving over to England and to Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, the Reds and Klopp have been out of the Champions League for a couple of seasons, but in the Premier League their record against the top sides is incredible. Since the German manager took the helm at Liverpool, they have lost just one of their 19 games against the top 6, a record they will hope to translate to the elite sides in the Champions League. Similarly to Leipzig, Liverpool's gegenpressing creates them a lot of chances, and the fluidity of their attacks once they have the ball is amazing, with Firmino, Salah and Mane linking up brilliantly, and Coutinho coming back into the fold soon. The Reds keeping hold of the Brazilian and bringing in Oxlade-Chamberlain gives them more depth in midfield and impact from the bench, something Liverpool lacked last campaign. Jurgen Klopp is notoriously good in Europe, and like Monaco and Leipzig, it is Liverpool's front line which makes them a dark horse to win the competition. Finally we go over to Italy and to Napoli, who unlike the 4 teams I've already mentioned are not a counter-attacking or counter-pressing side, but rather play a possession-based style. Napoli were impressive in last season's Champions League, scoring first in both legs in their round of 16 tie versus eventual winners Real Madrid. Their front 3 of Callejon, Mertens and Insigne is very small in stature, but it makes up for it with incredible speed, brilliant runs in behind the defence and great link play with the midfield, with all 3 of them surpassing 10 goals and assists last campaign. From Koulibaly in defence to Jorginho in midfield, the whole of Maurizio Sarri's squad is comfortable on the ball, and able to play a part in transitioning the play from defence to the opposition's box very quickly. Marek Hamsik is a cult hero in Naples and is a brilliant creative midfielder, also registering over 10 goals and assists last season. Sarri's Napoli are the best team to watch in Serie A, while being very effective, and could certainly challenge for the Champions League this year. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Check out Footy Feed for more European football related content, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.